team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Houston Cougars, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Flanagan. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cougars offense will have the first possession of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO fired complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had time.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, create some early momentum in this football game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Avery. Finds his tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Wants to keep it in the air. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. Here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Avery. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kansas State, 0.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block it.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. To throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. To need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Got it in the middle. It's strong. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Dropping back, it's Avery. Makes the catch.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Houston offense comes onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Pressure coming. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Throws to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic...
There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Avery. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Looking for a crease. It's Ward. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Cougars moving quickly to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Fires complete on the crosser. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
19, Kansas State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Under fire. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Scanning the field, it's Avery. Makes the grab, it's strong. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flanagan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Brings into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Quickly out to the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He'll take it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Cougars want to crank the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
It's on target and complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Houston trying to say hello to the end zone in this red zone trip. This is a designed run. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
He's marked down at the 29. Brings up third down.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. To throw, it's Avery. And this is going to be incomplete on third. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Intentional run.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Wants to fire on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Just steamrolling the defense. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on third. Got it behind the line. It's Hunt. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a first down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Moving away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. He makes the grab, and they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Brings up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Looking for a man. It's Avery. He's got his man across the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Kansas State really has this drive rolling.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Key. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
On target. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Quarterback will keep it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just make sure.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Sparks. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done though.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hunt. He did not make it, a stone wall on 3rd down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Houston.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great